Hello everyone, thank you for coming out, thank you for joining this session. I'm going to talk about a lot on web shops, or other call it web stores. And yeah, my name is Jan, I'm a business development manager at Xsolla, and I hope I can give you some of the answers to how you're going to create value for your users in 2024. It's a pleasure and awesome to be back at Pocket Gamer Connects. I just love this event and the atmosphere around, so it's great. And yeah, more people coming in, great. I know half of them. Okay, cool. All right, let's dive into the topic. So today, the industry is facing a couple of challenges. So we took 5 of the challenges that the mobile game developers may face today. One is the effectiveness and the cost of user acquisition. This became more complicated over the past years. Then it's also about finding new growth opportunities for your businesses to strive. And third one is you're facing high platform fees. Moreover, it became pretty apparent over the last, I would say, 2 decades almost, that owning data is such an important source in order to understand your players, understand the behavior, and grow your business overall. And more games coming up, so there's a growing competition within the market. Mobile games market declined, according to Data AI, on the consumer spending side by 2% in 2023. We are in a post-IDFA and ATT era, and there are regulatory shifts within the frameworks, whether this is the DMA in the European Union or in the US and so forth. And this yields the opportunity to take advantage of those changes. Moreover, we all, or you all, have been in a situation that there's always a reseller between you as a developer and your player base. And this has even been due for the past, like when physical shipping and physical game distribution was a thing, there was always a reseller like GameStop in between. But broadly, what we have seen in entertainment is that companies go more direct to their consumers. Whether this is Netflix, Disney, or music streaming like Spotify, where you as an artist can upload your songs, your art, directly to the listeners, or streaming sports like NBA or The Zone. So you may ask yourself, why should I, as a mobile game developer, go direct to consumers? So first and foremost, it's about creating meaningful relationships with your players. Moreover, you have the opportunity to incentivize and create more retention and increase the average purchases people are going to make. And thirdly, and I think this is a highly important one, you control the whole user journey from A to Z. And therefore, you will be able to attract your most loyal clients, your most engaged fans, your whales, your dolphins. And last but not least, you get way more data where you can base your analytics on and improve your performances. So welcome to Xsolla. Xsolla's primary mission is to help video game companies go direct to consumers. We do this in multiple ways. We're pretty known for a payment solution. We are working as a merchant of record, which means that we take over the tax liability, making sure that we are compliant to data protection laws around the globe. And yeah, we have an ironclad fraud protection in place, as well as a 24/7 customer service. And specifically for the mobile game space, we created the web shop for mobile as a solution. And we started doing this early on, like 2 years ago. We're working with global clients and with major entities around the globe, but we are also working with mid-tier and also small companies as well. So let's take a brief look on what a web shop is, and maybe we need to do a distinguishment here. So there are platforms and there are web shops. Some of the platforms are marketplaces, B2C, where your game sits among many others and where players come in to top up their favorite game. On the other hand, there are web shops. Web shops are your fully customized storefront where you attract your audience and get them into your world, into your brand, and where you own the whole player relationship, as well as the data from the beginning till the purchase. And one of the things we want to do, and what your audience may come to when they use a web shop, is that they understand on the mobile is where I play in the app, and on the web is where I'm going to pay and top up my account, whereby in-game currency and so on. So the web shop is a valuable tool for you. It's a white label solution where players purchase in-game items, virtual currencies, top up their accounts, and this is all happening on your branded website. So let's take a close look on how this can look like, an example video. So here we are in-game. There's a notification. The notification is talking about there's new content you can discover as a player. And alongside to the new content, they also realize there's a shop on your website. So they're going to look at it and quickly understand that they may find an added value on this web shop compared to the in-game. And then they're going to buy in, bring in their details for the first time. As soon as you did the process the first time as a player, it's super easy to do it again, because you can save up your credentials and easily purchase whatever you like. This is just a short example video on how this can look like. And here we are looking now at what is possible. So what are possible transitions and numbers you can create with this? So we have seen companies doing, on average, 30 to 40% of their revenue shift towards their own web shop. On the other hand, what we see is on average 40 to 60% of conversion rate from the login to the purchase. And it's possible to drive incremental revenue between 12 to 20%, because you're saving up on the fees, and you will be also able to utilize the data available to your hands to improve retention and increase RPPU. And as we do this since 2 years, we have launched a lot of web shops already, and there's a couple of lessons we took from those launches and live running web shops. So it's not just the launch, but it starts with a clear messaging. So creating awareness and explaining the players that there's added value to be found outside of the app. This is a very important one. Secondly, you have to incentivize the players to make the first purchase, to make repeated purchases, and actively communicate with them. And third is reducing the friction and creating a seamless flow for the users is key for the success, and also key for having them coming back to your webshop. So as messaging is so important, it starts with the community management. If you're on the Discord or social media, or you have email campaigns running, your social media needs to be spot on, addressing the whales, other paying players, but also give the opportunity to address non-paying players. So in order to increase the awareness, what we have seen what partners are doing is that they go out with a clear value proposition. Moreover, they're putting a link directly to the webshop on any communication outside the app. Social media, Discord, newsletters, and so forth. And in-game, you can utilize in-game notification about upcoming content. You're going to talk about what your players are interested in anyway. Going to drive them out. They're going to show up and check out your website, and also find out, okay, there's good offers I can find in a specific shop. And another formula to success is reinforcing this communication, so people are really going to understand that there's value to be found for them. Here is a couple of examples on how this can look like. Social media, whether it's paid or owned communication. A newsletter for the start or ongoing with new content releases. And there's one significant element reinforcing the message is also about converting the players for the first time. You can offer them something for the first time purchase. You can offer better deals for repeat purchases, or you also start giving out free items on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis in order to create this retention. And yeah, if you form a deal which is hard to resist, that's a good way on driving up your revenue in your web shop, as well as content you bring out on a seasonal basis, or offering prices which are beyond the $100 US, as much as using promo codes for specific activations for specific seasons. That's all valuable and providing good uplift in your revenues. Moreover, you can also create retargeting campaigns where you specifically advertise the whales, the dolphins, and retention can be pushed up to 62% or RPU by more than 30%. So if you ask me what can a web shop do for you, it can help you to create a cost-efficient user acquisition aside to what you already do on the platforms. It can provide you incremental revenue at a lower fee with more data and data to analyze on the user behavior, as well as create a strong brand and brand recognition for your game. And there's a lot of partners we work with, and we have launched more than 150 web shops in the last 2 years. So we can talk about this for quite an extensive time. We have a booth out there, so swing by, make sure to start a conversation. We're interested into your business, your challenges, your questions you may have, and help you on the monetization part. And last but not least, there's a super interesting panel following after this session where I really encourage you to stay in the room and listening into this. Thank you very much.